My guest today is John Laffman, brewmaster at Martin House Brewing Company. John, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm a huge fan of the beer, as a lot of people are. You're a brewery that's known for well-crafted, fun, sometimes irreverent, off-the-wall beers, is releasing a mayonnaise-flavored beer called Cinco de Mayo. Mayonnaise is not the first flavor folks think of with craft beer, so how did this come about?
No, so it was actually like a multi-phase thing. We started with elote. Kind of said, Cinco de Mayo's coming up. What do we do? And we've been playing with the idea of an elote beer, so we're like, all right, let's go ahead and do it. Then the next thing was, do we put mayonnaise and cheese in it? Do we just want to call it elote and just stick with sweet corn, or do we want to like go all the way?
Okay.
So we decided, let's go ahead and do mayonnaise and cojita cheese in there.
Yeah.
Well, after that, the next meeting was, well, if we're gonna go ahead and throw some mayonnaise in this one, let's just go all the way.
Don't dip your toes in the mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Let's dump in.
All the way.
In.
So that's exactly what we did. We decided, you know what? Let's go all the way. Let's make a mayonnaise beer.
Wow.
So
okay. So next question: how do you make this work for a beer?
It was a hard one. We tried to look out and try to find some like mayonnaise extracts and powdered mayonnaise, and kind of like the hot dog seltzer, we just decided to say a ton of mayonnaise.
Oh wow!
For a mayonnaise beer, it's actually really approachable.
All your beers turn out really well, even the crazy ones that sound like they'd be crazy.
Yeah.
And you have some other ones that are going to be. Go ahead and plug those.
Yeah. So we got elote coming out. It's got sweet corn, tahini, lime. Little bit of cheese, a little bit of mayonnaise, but those really, it's going to be the sweet corn, the tahini, and the lime that stands out. It's going to be really good, super crispy, easy to drink. And then agave cello is an agave guava cello, 16% ABV. So the 16-ounce can will really be for you and your friend. You can
maybe
really
split it.
Get going. Yeah. So we like to rage.
Okay.
So we're in.
Well, I've got some questions because you guys are a very interesting, unconventional brewery. So when you come up with your beer ideas, and you guys have done mayonnaise, hot dog, Cheeto, something like that. You've done some just interesting things. I imagine like a Saturday Night Live writers' room. You guys are sitting around spitballing who's got the craziest ideas. But how do you actually come up with your ideas?
We're really inspired by life, all of us. But it is actually a lot like that. We do sit around every 2 weeks. We sit around, the production manager, me, Rowan, Shug, our brand manager, Cody Martin, the owner. We sit around and we just kind of talk shop. What's coming up soon. It's easy to say, okay, what's an event coming up soon, and then what do we do for that?
Okay.
The joke is always also like, be careful what you say because there's a chance it becomes a beer here,
You're saying and joking.
Yeah. And that's what we saw, a lot of April Fool's posts about mayonnaise beers.
Interesting.
But nobody is crazy enough to actually do it but us. So.
Okay. Well, kudos to you. So you guys have released over 100 beers over 11 years. How do you keep up with production? How do you decide what comes back, maybe what doesn't come back?
It really just goes off of feel. Sometimes we brew a small batch, we really like it, so we'll scale it up. But sometimes we just say, this is a good idea, we've been doing this long enough.
Plug your social media. I want to give a shout out to Shug. I ran into Shug. I didn't realize he manages the social media. You guys are really hilarious on your posts, and it really matches the ethos of the beer, I feel like.
He's our brand manager. Shug is Martin House. It's a collective of us that definitely work together, but he tells me what he thinks would be cool in a beer, and I just make it happen. So definitely follow. That's the best way to find out what's going on.
Instagram.
I lose track of what beers are dropping and when the events are, but Shug is also, he's so good about posting about different events, different beers, and he posts some stuff that's just so we all start laughing so hard at some of the posts.
I definitely follow it. Well, congratulations on almost 11 years. Again, Fort Worth really, you guys have put Fort Worth on the map for not just great beer, but like super fun. I can tell you guys have fun in your jobs. I run into your boys out, and you guys just love talking about what's doing Martin House. And I can tell you guys just love what you do. So we appreciate what you guys do as well.
Thanks. Cheers.
Come out May 5th.
It's gonna be a rager.